Hello, now we have a discussion about vector or we so-called cross product. We'll see why it is called as the cross product also, and what will be the expression here when we'll try to find vector of two vectors. So generally, the vector or cross product is represented here by the symbol A cross B. So this A cross B is going to give us the vector quantity whose area is vector quantity whose magnitude is same as the area of the parallelopiped that we'll see with the help of diagram. Okay, so the area magnitude will be same as the area of the parallelopiped, which is formed by the vector A and B. So it will have magnitude as well as direction also. So A cross B will be here is defined as, in terms of expression, AB sine theta, where theta is the angle between vector A and B, and it has direction also. So we are considering the unit vector, that is the AN, and unit vector AN would be always perpendicular to the surface or plane that contains the vector A and B. Okay, so what is the n here? N is the unit vector that we have seen already. We have discussion about this. So now this, if you want to represent here this vector A and B, so that we'll have one diagram. So this one we are considering as the vector A. This is the vector B. So the direction of this vector will be the perpendicular to the surface. So that is will be represented here by the A cross B. So here if you see that, if we project the parallel to the vector A, and again we are going to project parallel to the vector B. So what is the area of this parallelopiped? That will be the magnitude of this cross product, and direction is always perpendicular to the plane that contains the vector A and B. So this one we can also write in the form of matrix. So A cross B will have a representation like this. So here we are considering the Cartesian coordinates. So we have unit vectors AX, AY, AZ, and corresponding coordinates, the coefficients AX, AY, AZ for the vector B, BX, BY, BZ. So this one, if you want to explain, so finally, we should consider here that rules, how we are going to write that. So for that purpose, if you see that okay, first we can write with the help of determinant or matrix format. For that, expansion will be here. First, we are going to take this part, components, AX. So here we'll get AY, BZ minus AZ, BY. So which vector we are considering, that rows and columns are neglected on the basis of we are writing. Next we have AY. So finally for this we'll get AZ, BX. AZ, BX. Diagonally it is multiplied. Then we have AX, BZ minus AX, BZ plus next third component what we have AZ. So for the AZ, these two will be multiplied. Okay. So we have AX, BY minus we have AY, BX. So like this, we are able to write this one. Okay. So here we are writing these all terms as the crossing terms. We are going to cross them, right? So one another we are going to cross here like this by crossing. Okay. So that's why it is called as cross product also. Okay. So here we have some cyclic permutation concept is there. So now the direction of these two vector we can find either by using the right hand thumb rule. So right hand thumb rule means when we are going to uh, fold our fingers of the right hand thumb, right hand, all fingers we are going to fold except the thumb, so that this folding we are moving from A to B. So here like for example, you are going to fold your finger in this way. So okay, so here what will be the direction of the thumb? Okay, that will going to represent the direction of this vector, unit vector. So that will be the perpendicular to the surface that contains the vector A and B. Or same thing you can see also with the help of right hand screw rule. So by the help of both, we can find the direction here. So again, already you have a concept about the screw you have seen in the real life also. On the basis of that, you can find the direction. So, but always it will be perpendicular only to the plane that contains the both vectors A and B. Now, important part is here, symbolic representation will see that if you are going to move in the cyclic order. Okay, so we are discussing that we have concept of cyclic permutation. So suppose this is the AX, this one is the AY, this one is the AZ. So when this one we can write also IJK also. When we are moving from AX to AY. So here direction will be what? This direction will be AZ, positive. When we'll move A to AZ, so direction will be what? AX, again it is positive. And when we are moving from AZ to X, so again direction will be positive. So that direction will be what? AY. So here if you see that direction is given wrongly. So this is the cyclic order, okay? So clockwise we are taking the all direction. So AX to AY means AZ, AY to AZ we are going to move. So AX, AZ to X will get the AY. Whereas if you are going to move in the anti-clockwise direction, okay? So in case of anti-clockwise direction, then it will change. Like here we have AX, this is the AY, this one is the AZ. So now if you see the movement here, when you move AY to AX, here we'll get the minus AZ. When you move AX to AZ, we'll get the minus AY. When we move AZ to AY, we'll get the minus AX. So these things we have to keep in mind when we are finding the cross product. Now here we'll see that what are the laws are valid for the vector or cross product. So can you recall what are the laws we are talking? Okay. What are the laws? Commutative law, associative law, and distributive law. So here first you will check for the commutative law. So what is the expression generally what we are writing for commutative law? So like here we have A cross B. If it is equal to B cross A, then we'll say that is follow the commutative law. But here it's not going to happen like this. Just now we have seen clockwise, anti-clockwise is going to be the negative sign. So A cross B is not equal to B cross A. Okay, that is what we have generally. A cross B equal to negative B cross A. So that's why commutative law is not valid. Okay, here. So this is the anti-commutative. Similarly, if you see that another laws, so second law what we are discussing here. So suppose we have associative. Secondly, what we consider associative law. So in case of associative law, again we are going to check. So if you have A cross B cross C, so here B is associated with C. Okay. If you are going to associate A with B, again we are finding this cross with C. So again it is not valid. Okay. So this associative law is also not valid here in case of vector product. Third one, we are left with which one? What is the third law? What is third law? That law is distributive law. So in case of distributive law, you should see that whether it's valid here or not. So that distributive law, if you consider A cross B plus C. So now it is going to give us the result A cross B plus A cross C. So here distributive law is valid. Okay. That is going to give us the same result. So on the basis of that, we have seen that commutative law is not valid, associative is also not valid, only distributive law is valid here. And for the vector product, A cross B, we are AB sine theta, and unit vector is here n. So direction of the unit vector is always perpendicular to the plane that contains the vector A and B. So that direction we can find with the help of right hand rule or right hand screw rule. And finally, you have to take care of this when you are moving the clockwise or anti-clockwise. So in the clockwise, it is coming positive, anti-clockwise is coming the negative.